I want to ask you something, and I really want you to sit with it before you answer. After your divorce, who stayed? Not who said they would, not who showed up in the first few weeks. Who is actually still there? Who is in your life right now in a real way that was also in your life when you were married? I'm an only child, and I wasn't close to my parents. So when I married, I didn't just gain a husband, I gained a family. And when the marriage ended, the family went with it. Nobody warned me that that was going to happen. Most of us were teenagers or very young adults the last time we were truly alone, which means when divorce hits at 45 or 55, we really have no frame of reference for this. No experience to draw on, no roadmap, and so we handle it the way a 19-year-old handles unbearable pain. We start cutting. I took scissors to every photograph I could find, and I literally cut my ex-husband out of all of them. I removed people from my phone, I deleted them from social media, I cut off the church. Anyone who represented my past life, gone. And here's what I want you to hear. If you did something similar, if you pushed people away, built walls, went silent, disappeared, that wasn't weakness. That was a woman doing the only thing she knew how to do, with a level of pain she'd never experienced before. The problem is, some of those people didn't have to go. Some of them could have been there for you on the other side of the worst of it. So if you're carrying guilt about the people you pushed away, give yourself some grace. You were 19 again, and you were just trying to survive. But not everyone who left because of you. Some of them chose to go. Friends picked sides. Couples you loved quietly decided your divorce was just too complicated or too close to home. I had a friend who I trusted with something private during my divorce, something I hadn't told anyone else, and she went and told my ex. And then there was his family. For 36 years, they were mine. And then the marriage ended, and one by one, without a conversation, without an explanation, without a goodbye, they were just gone. You know what's cruel about divorce? Nobody ever says this out loud. When someone dies, you keep the family. When you divorce, you lose him, and then you lose them too. Nobody tells you that's coming. And here's what I've come to understand about all of it. Some people are only in your life for a season. They may not be your forever people. Divorce just reveals which ones those were. And that hurts. Every single one of those losses deserves its own moment of acknowledgement. But it's not a reflection of your worth. Those relationships were attached to the marriage. And when the marriage ended, they ended with it. The people who are meant to be yours, they're still there. Or they're coming. And then there's the thing almost every woman does. I call it the too much zone. Too much busyness just to keep you distracted. Too much music so you don't have to hear the sounds in your own head. Too much shopping. Too much alcohol just to numb the pain. Too much of anything means that you don't have to stop and feel what's right in front of you. But you know what? It's all the same thing. It's avoiding the moment long enough to survive it. And I want you to understand why you're doing it. Because stopping means feeling it. And the pain, it just keeps waiting. It always catches up. One day I caught myself, I stopped and I looked at myself in the mirror and I barely recognized her. My heart was starting to turn black with the anger and the victimhood mentality I was carrying with me and the grief I had never let myself feel. And I knew in that moment that if I didn't do something, I was going to lose myself completely. Not to the divorce, but to what I was becoming because of it. Because the moment you understand why you're doing it is the moment you can start to do something different. My friend, if you took that inventory and your list came up short, Here's what I want you to know. You're not unlovable. You're not too broken to be chosen. You are not too late to belong somewhere. You are just between two worlds right now. The old world was attached to the marriage and it went with it. But the world that you are building, the one that's attached to you, no one can take that. And I promise you, your people are out there. I know they are. I found mine starting from nothing, building one small connection at a time. And I'm standing in that world now, and it's real and it's mine. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are building, and that is one of the bravest things a woman can do. If this video names something you've been carrying quietly, tell me in the comments who left or who surprised you by staying. Because when we name these things out loud, we make it a little easier for the next woman to feel less alone in hers. This is part 2 of a 3-part series. Next week in part 3, I'm going to tell you what actually helped, the tools I found the hard way, and why I refuse to let other women figure this out on their own. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you're ready to go deeper right now, the link below is my book, Navigating the In-Between, How Women Rebuild Their Identity, Confidence, and Purpose After Life Changes. And that's exactly where this conversation continues.